What is up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by, tuning in. Indyboi Racing here, and today I'm going to be swinging you around one of my all-time favorite tracks here in North America. Don't know what the heck just happened to me there, but we are at Laguna Seca in the Mazda MX5. And get ready for just the sound of swarming bees here as the lights go out. I just rev up the gears and I am diving in right through the middle, cutting through the grid like it is no big deal, because it isn't. Even though I have the difficulty on hard, aggression about 45%, I'm making cake of them. And I guess that guy heard me talking smack as he decides to dive right into the side of me, almost sending me out into the wall. But I said not today, because got a little trick up my sleeve here. A little tap in the rear there, and he goes swinging out to no man's land, right where he belongs. And we continue with our race. Now we're going to disregard that complete unsportsmanship-like conduct, because right now I've made up a handful of positions, and here we are, cutting down, coming up the hill here. Don't know what I was just about to say, but we're going with it. This is one of my favorite sections because it's like a roller coaster. You build all this speed up, a little dip, and here we are. You're coming back up, and you're like, oh, that was a little trick. Keeping me on my toes, definitely keeping the blood flowing. And one of my favorite parts, this is what you're building up to, is this amazing corkscrew where you feel like you're riding over that curb, you're running it over, taking too much dirt. You need to in order to handle that corkscrew, because if you don't, you're either going right into the wall, as you will see later on, or you're going somewhere off to the right, rally car. All right, and then here we are into the Andretti hairpin, I believe is what it's called. This one, you always feel like you want to brake late, but you can't. You really have to ease off, especially in these cars. Throttle down nice and slow, and then brake around the 75. You can brake a little hard, you will slide, but that may help you get the rear end to swing around that hairpin. And here's another double apex. This one, I just can't seem to get it down. No matter what I do, I feel like third gear was helping me out, really not have too much wheel spin going out where I would lose the rear end, but third gear also felt like I had too much understeer. But I know fourth gear would be way too fast and I'd be right in the wall. So we take it as it is, because these cars have tremendous handling. I have been in a Miata, not an MX5, but these cars are fun. You feel how they just stick to the ground, take the curbs, have a surprisingly it feels like they have good downforce. I don't know. I know it's not really a downforce car, but these cars they stick. And when they do take the bumps, from what I had in my setup, which is pretty much the default setup with a few adjustments here and there, the rebound with the bounce and the suspension, amazing, perfect almost. There are some points where you could really unsettle your car, but they settle really easily. So I encourage everyone, get on Assetto Corsa, whatever sim you have where you can get in this car right here. And just do some mindless laps around Laguna Seca, because that is what it's good for. Mindless laps. And it's so technical as well. So if you can get into a rhythm around this track, and as you see, I am really improving with each time. I mean, before I was doing 155s, down to 140s, 5, 44, 43, and finally I feel like I'm finding my plateau pace here in the race, where I'm kind of sticking around 7th or 6th. And if you've been paying attention to the race and ignoring everything I'm saying, I feel like I'm doing pretty decent. I do tend to handle these cars like a very fast downforce car. I will hit the brakes hard, downshift really fast, and I'm here to tell you right now, if that's your driving style, going into these slower paced cars, then you're gonna have a bad time, because you will feel the car become unsettled so quick. I'm gonna make a move on this guy. I was getting bored behind him. Do I? Yeah. No. Oh, so close there. I think I might get it in the corkscrew. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember because I'm watching this live and raw with you guys right now. Oh, yeah, I dive in there, cutting it in close, I fight him there, he loses it, and you know what? We'll leave it to a racing incident. That was, you know, it's just when you are going pretty fast, I know that was actually my fault. I'm not even going to try and ignore the fact that I continuously bumped him, could have let off, put the brakes down a little harder and let off, but going to that corkscrew, going down, anything can really unsettle you. And I almost lost, almost got bit right back by karma there by swinging out wide. But I did it, okay? You do bad things, you move up in life, all right? I guess that's what I'm learning right here, right now. So coming down into the first turn, let's see if I can handle it like the freaking pro that I am. And I do, of course. But as I was saying, if I remember what I was saying, these cars are fun. They can get unsettled really easily if you downshift really fast, and if you probably have seen what I do. But so the goal is to really let off, brake easily, and then hard pressure in, and then possibly shifting down on the apex, and then as you're exiting, shifting up. Just little tricks of the trade. I'm still learning, figuring it out, but now we're on board. A couple cars back. I want to show you some different action, different point of view of what's going on in this race as we're about to head towards the corkscrew here at Laguna Seca. And you see I'm in front of that orange car just heading over the hill. What's going to happen? I have no idea, because it's just cars disappear, and that's when you really got to get your braking points down, because as this car heads down the corkscrew, there I am. Coming back into the pack. This guy is like, what the heck? He lets off and lets me back in, but it could have been really messy. So here I am. We're going to see what happened on board with me again, going into the corkscrew. I'm flying. I'm on a good driving line. Let off. Start shifting, braking. And my steering wheel, the input coming down that turn, it seemed like it was just too far left still, and I did not straighten out fast enough. Karma came back and bit me hard, losing 2 positions, almost back to my starting pace or starting position. And I guess, it just goes to show you, if you race too hard and take other people out, eventually you're just gonna make yourself look real stupid and take yourself out, because that's exactly what happened here. I was in 6th. I know I was pretty far off from probably the front pack, but I felt like I was doing good. I felt like I had a good pace. I wasn't really holding the pack up like I tend to do in some of the faster cars, because I tend to be a little slower and go a little easier. I haven't found that edge yet where I'm on the edge of life and death. And right now, I'm just focused on this car in front of me, trying to put in some clean laps, because obviously I got tire wear going on. I'm braking harder, I'm slipping, I'm sliding, collecting gravel, and that is just no good for the tires. So this last lap is really me just trying to hold off the pack of freaking bloodthirsty tigers back there. Alright, gotta hold them back, because I'm in the kitchen. I don't think they can take the heat. And here we are, going back to the corkscrew where my entire race just was destroyed, in shambles. Almost just paused, walked away, cried, asked for a divorce, and I came back, and I really just came back with a settled mind and was like, gotta finish this. And so I hope you've all enjoyed the Mazda MX5 race scene before you at Laguna Seca. I encourage everyone, get out here, try and do something like I am right now in this last few 100-something meters of the race. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, your family. I really am trying to build this community, and I really do appreciate everyone who has subscribed and watches these videos. It means the world to me that I'm able to be creative and someone's able to watch it. So here I am, finishing 8th. What a time to be alive. I'll see you guys soon.
Is that real sweat?
It's real sweat. I'm a high performance athlete.
athletes sweat. Sweat, baby. Sweat, sweat.